Every 16 minutes, a woman is raped in India. That's 90 women every single day. But these are just the reported cases. Thousands more unheard, unseen, and unspoken. Rape isn't just a crime against individual, it's a crime against humanity. And that's the harsh truth. The people committing these acts are not strangers hiding in the shadows. They are people from our own society. Fathers, brothers, colleagues, neighbors. This is a problem that comes from within. In 2021 alone, over 31,000 rape cases were reported in India. That's 86 cases every single day. Think about that for a moment. Behind each number is a person, someone's daughter, sister, mother, friend, scared for life. But this isn't just a story of despair. It's a story of change. To stop this, we must dive deeper into our minds, our culture, and our system. We'll uncover how society, media, and education shape behavior and how we can rewrite the script for a safer tomorrow. Rape doesn't come from some faraway evil or some unknown monster. It happens within our society, caused by people who look just like us. But often we call them monsters or animals. Why? Because it's easier to believe they are not like us. It's easier to pretend the problem isn't close to us. Calling someone a monster makes us feel safe. It lets us believe we are different, that we are not capable of such things, and that's the evil exists far away. But this mindset keeps us from seeing the real issue. The truth is, rape comes from human failing, both personal and societal. There are two main barriers that stop people from committing such crimes. First, personal values, a person's own sense of rightness and wrongness and humanity. And second is societal rules, the fear of punishment or being judged by others. But these barriers can break. How? Two things make it happen. First is opportunity, a situation where crime can be carried out. And second is desire, a strong sexual urge that pursues someone to act in that moment. When these two things come together, the result can be terrible. Many criminals go even further, harming or killing the victim to destroy evidence or avoid being caught. Sexual desires are natural. They come from biology, from nature itself. We cannot fully stop these feelings or control them through force. But when someone's desires are not guided by respect and boundaries, they can lead to terrible actions. Humans are natural pattern seekers. This ability to connect events and act on patterns has been a key survival tool since the beginning of time. Imagine this. In the Stone Age, if someone heard a lion roar and saw another person being attacked, they made a connection. The roar meant danger. The next time they heard that sound, they stayed alert or ran away. Recognizing this pattern increased their chance of survival. This ability to connect pattern is deeply rooted in our minds, influencing not just our survival instinct but also our desires and behaviors. But what happens when this pattern building process extends to sexual desires? Over time, someone might associate certain action, stimuli, or fantasies with pleasure. If unchecked by personal values, morality, or societal rules, these patterns can lead to dangerous outcomes. In extreme cases, a person might start associating dominance, control, or even non-consensual acts like rape with satisfaction. This is how the mind left unchallenged can normalize harmful patterns. What becomes a thought or fantasy can escalate into real-world action if not guided by respect, empathy, and self-control. But here's the good news. Pattern can be changed. The same mind that learns harmful behaviors can unlearn them. Through education, awareness, and reform, we can break these dangerous associations before they cause harm. Teaching respect, empathy, and the value of consent can rewrite these patterns, replacing harm with understanding and compassion. Our mind is like a sponge. It absorbs the information it is exposed to, even if we are not paying close attention. Stories told through media, whether it's movies, acts, or books, often seep into our subconscious. Over time, this shapes our habits, beliefs, and tendencies without us even realizing. Storytelling isn't just about books or movies, it's everywhere, especially in advertising. A simple deodorant ad might show an actor spraying himself and suddenly being surrounded by women, what's the message here? That a product can fulfill your fantasies. Similarly, when a car ad features a glamorous model, it's not just selling a car, it's selling a fantasy. Over time, these subtle narratives start influencing how we perceive relationships, desire, and even people. Unfortunately, women are often objectified in these stories. In both cinema and advertising, women are presented as objects of attraction, meant to catch the eye, to enhance a product, or to fulfill a fantasy. Consciously, we may reject this, telling ourselves it's wrong, but our subconscious mind absorbs these ideas, reinforcing unhealthy habits about gender and relationships. This brings us to society's role. A child's mind is incredibly impressionable. This subconsciously accepts the message they see in their community. If a boy grows up seeing men respected for their achievements and women valued their physical appearance, this belief becomes ingrained in their mind. These lessons are not taught directly, but they are learned all the same. What starts as a simple story can paint dangerous ideas that men are powerful and dominant and women are objects to be admired and controlled. This subconscious programming fuels behaviors that over time harm individuals and society as a whole. But just as these stories shape mind, new and better stories can reshape them. If we create media that respects and uplifts women, if community models equality and mutual respect, we can rewrite the message our children absorb. A better narrative can lead to a better society. Thousands of years ago, Lord Krishna said, "What a great person does, others follows." The standard they set become the path for the society. This wisdom is timeless. To change society, we must uplift role models who reflect the right values, people who promote respect, equality, and consent. In today's social media age, influence spread faster than ever. If someone gains fame by promoting inappropriate behaviors, we must stop giving them attention. Instead, we need to spotlight those who inspire positivity and responsibility. Society thrives when its leaders, creators, and influencers led by example. Science also gives us hope. Neurological research shows that our brains can unlearn harmful patterns and build healthier ones. By launching educational campaigns in schools and colleges and communities, we can help rewire harmful mindsets. These campaigns would go beyond teaching self-defense. They would tackle the root of the problem, reshaping thought patterns for good. Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools to shape minds. Imagine government allocating budgets to create films and shows that promote respect, consent, and equality. Stories in every language tailored for every culture could teach entire generation about the importance of mutual understanding and respect. When we take a toy away from a child, we must offer them a better one. The same principles applies here. Society must show that there are healthier, more fulfilling ways to satisfy sexual desires, ways based on respect, consent, and mutual pleasure. The message must be clear. Sexual acts are a partnership, not a one-sided imposition. This is where the ancient wisdom of Kam Shastra becomes relevant. It wasn't just a guide to physical intimacy, it was a philosophy of respect, connection, and mutual satisfaction. It taught that the highest form of pleasure comes from understanding, consent, and emotional connection, not from dominance or harm. If we incorporate these teachings into modern education, we can create a society where people understand their desires and express them in a healthier, fulfilling way. Teaching these principles through schools, media, and community programs will replace ignorance with knowledge and harm with harmony. A society that normalizes respect, consent, and healthy relationship is a society where rape has no place. By combining education, role models, and the wisdom of Kam Shastra, we can pave the way for a safer, more compassionate world. One where every individual feels valued, respected, and free. This journey wasn't about pointing out what's wrong. It was about understanding why it happens and how we can change it. The roots of rape lies in our mind, our stories, and our society, but so do the solution. The power to change begins with each of us. We have learned how education shapes mind, how better role models can inspire, and how storytelling can rewrite harmful patterns into empowering narratives. Change doesn't come overnight, but with each step, each conversation, each act of respect, we come closer to a world where no one has to live in fear. A society where respect and consent are non-negotiable isn't a dream, it's a choice. A choice we make every day, how we treat others. The stories we share and the lessons we teach, the path forward is clear, and the time to walk it is now. Together, we can build a future where dignity is upheld, boundaries are respected, and every individual feels safe and valued. It starts with us, and it starts today.